Okay, Michael, it's a pleasure meeting you today and working on your golf swing. As we spoke about in the lesson, we kind of want to simplify your thoughts. You're a pretty analytical player, done a lot of studying on the game, and it's easy to overanalyze your own swing and try to correct 10 different things, have a little too much going through the brain. What I really encourage you working on is trying to create that little draw that seems to be the best ball flight that fits your eye. In order to get that draw, you need a slight inside-out path with the club face closing down a little bit. Take a look at your swing here. Good backswing. There's a lot of good stuff in your swing. There's a few things that you could technically analyze, but we want to keep it simple. We want to make sure you're focusing on the one or two most important aspects. So this particular shot was just a little bit of a fade. Didn't quite start to the target to the right enough to get the draw. So I'm dotting the path so you can see pretty neutral path. If you were to get the draw and start the ball to the right, these red lines would need to be higher than the yellow lines. You can see it's pretty neutral. It's not bad for a straight ball, but to get that draw, I would want you a little bit inside out. This particular shot was a little bit of a fade. There's a lot of good stuff, but one of the three things I gave you to work on is to work on that inside out path to get the ball started slightly right of the target. That's one of the ingredients of the recipe to create that draw. So that's what I want you to focus on from this angle. And this is the angle we did a little bit more work on and found your priority. So to complement that inside out path, you need to have the club face a little bit closed coming into impact. Get the ball to spin to the left. You can accomplish that by a stronger left-hand grip. It'll also give you a little bit more power, which is always welcome. You want to see a little bit more of the back of your left hand. That will naturally close down the club face. You won't even have to try and do it. Pretty simple correction. It's going to feel a little weird on the grip. Don't do it so much to where you're aggressively hooking the ball or it's too weird to swing. Just do it a little bit. You don't need a lot. And now I want to get into the meat of what we're working on. One of the things you asked me at the beginning of the lesson is you've identified 12 things that you see wrong in your swing. But which one should you be working on? What is the main thing that if you correct will give you the best results? In my opinion, you need to get much better at holding the lag in your swing. So you've created a nice angle right here. Good, good, good. And here it's starting. Now it's gone way too early. Get Adam Scott up here. Second best player in the world right now. So the arms, I would say, are about in the same position. You can see how we still maintain this. Quite a bit of difference there. So you can see as he comes into impact, his hands are already well ahead of the golf ball. You can really see that angle. Keeping that forward shaft lean. You get a little bit, and this is actually one of your better ones. You get this one fairly solid. You can see just a little bit of cup in that left wrist. You can really see those hands press forward. You can see the club shaft slightly forward. And that's how you strike a golf ball. That's how you get that compression that so few amateurs achieve. Is you really got to get that forward shaft lean. You can see how the body looks very similar. Your hips have shifted onto the left leg, your body weight, which is really good. Your head's behind the ball, which is really good. But you got to get that forward shaft lean a little bit more. You can do the exercise where you stop right here with the hands and arms. Try to make everything in a straight line with the arms. Left arm, club shaft. Try to get it all in a straight line. That's a good way to practice it. Also, that pump drill that you actually have done before and you actually did pretty well. So I want you to go back to doing that pump drill. But the difference this time, because you've tried to do this in your past, you got into a little bit of a trouble doing it. But this time when you do everything, you're going to keep the hands, you see you do it really well in this swing, so you get a perfect strike hitting the club face. The hands close to the lower body, and you can see how they go off to the left a little bit. So that's really good. That's how you're going to hit the club face every time. As you're creating this lag, you don't want to feel like the hands go this way. Send them that way. You're going to really be trapping the ball, and then you get that little bit of an inside-out path, not much, and a little bit stronger left-hand grip, and you're going to be hitting draws that are flushed, ball and turf contact, and that's really going to improve your ball striking. So you can see that cup in the left wrist right there. Not off by much, but you do need a little bit of work. That is definitely where I would focus the attention.